Wheelchair lift operation.
In order to make the wheelchair lift work, the driver has to have the engine running. We have to make sure the transmission is in neutral. We have to have the park brake set, and we have to turn on the wheelchair lift power. That's a button on the dash. Once those four conditions have been met, the driver can come back here and unlock what's called the cassette door. We don't open the large baggage bay door. Once the cassette door is open, you might be able to see the four-way flashers turn on automatically. With the four-way flashers on, the driver also wants to look in this area here where the wheelchair lift and the passenger would be embarking or disembarking. Make sure that it's level, flat as possible. Reaching in to get the pendant. This is the pendant which controls the wheelchair lift. And as you can see, we have a deploy, a stow, a down, and an up button, and a power switch. At this point, the driver would push the deploy button. The wheelchair lift will extend to its full length automatically, and it'll stop at a certain point. This is called the platform of the wheelchair lift. If I was to hit the down button or the up button, nothing would happen because, as you can see, the guardrails and the seat belt for the wheelchair lift are still in the stowed position. In order to make the wheelchair lift travel, we have to put that guardrail into place, put that rail into place, and fasten the seat belt, even though no one is on the wheelchair lift. Once this is done, we can then hit the down or the up button, depending on what we're doing. I'll hit the down button. The wheelchair lift will travel all the way to the ground, and the roll stop will open automatically. At this point, we can release the seat belt. We can bring the wheelchair lift passenger onto the platform with the large wheels facing the rear and the small wheels facing the front, which is where the roll stop is located. We would refasten the seat belt and hit the up button with the seat belt fastened, and the wheelchair lift will rise, but stops at this point. Even though I'm still holding the up button, what the driver has to do now is open the sliding door. If the door is locked, we would use the key, open the door, make sure the door is latched. We make sure the door is fully open. Now we hit the up button. The wheelchair lift itself, the platform is slightly higher than the floor of the coach, which is what we want. We want to have a person going slightly downhill on the way into the coach, and we want to have the wheelchair lift person coming slightly uphill on the way out of the coach. Again, small wheels toward the roll stop in both cases, whether we're putting a person on or taking a person off. When we hit the down button, once we have someone on and the seat belt in place, the bridge plate automatically comes up and the wheelchair lift will go down, but it'll stop at this point. The driver has to go around, close the wheelchair lift door, and don't be afraid to slam it. It's quite a sturdy door. And at this point, we hit the down button, and the wheelchair lift will then go down to floor level. The roll stop will open again, and we would then be able to get the person in the wheelchair off the platform and onto the ground. From this point, the last thing to do is to restow the wheelchair lift. If we hit the stow button, the wheelchair lift will come up to stow height. At this point, we need to fold these handrails back in place because there is no guard against trying to retract the seat belt, the wheelchair lift, with these handrails up. So, we fold that one first. We fold that one second. And there are decals on there which indicate which one folds first, which one folds second. We hit the stow button again. The wheelchair platform drops to its correct stow height and is retracted into the wheelchair lift enclosure. Once that's done, we turn the power switch off, restow the pendant, making sure that the cable is out of the way of the door, and make sure we slam the door correctly, and now we're free to get back in the coach and head on down the road.
For more information, please refer to the operator manual of your vehicle at techpub.prevocar.com.